and 4004. All right. And then if we want to hit small fish every once in a while, we're going to change this to pilker. We're going to just do 2 pilkers. I was going to do a jigging, but I think we're just going to do 2 pilkers. We'll do blue. This one's about to break, so we'll push it over the edge. And we'll skip the fillet on this one. And we are going shrimp. 6.504. We need to delete that one, and then this one will be over the edge soon. And then we're going shrimp again. This is going to be this one here. And you guessed it. Shrimp again. Yeah, I don't know. I think I probably will go back to copper. It's so, I mean, wild carp are so good, but I definitely have got some like stored up copper energy. Let's see what the cafe's looking like. All right. 600, 700 silver an hour. That's great. Not so translucent today. Good. So this sorry order should be a no-brainer. I don't know if sardines are biting at 34 right now, but the sorry order for sure. Even if we're not out there that long, that should be something that we pretty easily hit. I'm a ghost? Wait, what? Am I ghosting you? Oh, okay. Turn up my volume. How's that? I guess the question is, are you talking about my volume in that sense? Or, I mean, does that do it? Or are you talking about like my shirt blends in? Oh, yeah. I am a ghost. Yo, what's up? Big Dog Patton, how are you doing? Yo, hey, Mystic. You just finished watching the leveling guide and was wondering, why did you purchase all the starting kits? Wait, I did get the Bream kits. To me, those starter kits are the Bream kits, Gizmo. That's the route I'm taking right now. What would you consider as the Bream kits? Now, I will say I'm not anti-pro kits. Pro kits are fine. I like them. They're really solid reels that come on there. But if you want to be like super efficient, or if you want to limit the amount of things you're purchasing, then Bream on starter should be fine. Yeah, they work though. And if you're worried about power, of course, very inexpensively you can upgrade the reel. But I don't even think that's necessary. But you can. You get a little more power out of it. Yeah. There's lots of ways to go. I agree with what Blunty is saying. And I'm not even sure, like, even though it's still going to be tempting to get caliber HSVs, you know, if we make it that far, I'm not sure that that's... I think other options might make even more sense with some of the changes, but who knows? Yeah, I think that's right, actually. I think that the reason why you're not seeing more just like general copper spots is a lot of people are still very busy with challenges. Yes, you're right, Gizmo. I won't deny it. I think the way I used to think about it, and I have slowly over time been convinced that I sort of lean the way that we're talking now, but I used to think about it this way, that if you could somehow combine two things in one, upgraded Bream kits that you could also fish for things like burbot, and maybe even like if you're feeder fishing for char, that kind of stuff. Because remember, back in the day, that used to be so much more active at Corey. And when we didn't have Belaya, we didn't have as many options then, so you really felt like you wanted to spend more time at Corey. And then you could also take that same equipment, throw it on a spinning rod, and use it for budget trolling reels at Corey. The only thing is, I feel like you're spending a lot of silver on stuff that you don't necessarily have to have. It is, I think, worth thinking about like skipping that, but I do think that's an option. Like if you want to be more comfortable, if you're kind of chill, if you're not trying to just floor it all the way to carp fishing, getting something that you could use for more comfortably catch bream and do other bottom fishing with, and then also dual purpose it for trolling at Corey. I mean, again, back in the day, that's what I would have done. These days, the Caliber HSV really changed things for me. It's just so inexpensive for what it allows you to do to me, in my mind, that it's hard for me to not recommend just beelining it straight to the HSV. There's so much more content now in the game, and a lot of new players, I would think, are wanting to get to some of that content that they're seeing everybody play on Twitch and YouTube or whatever. And so I don't know. I'm just kind of verbally processing with you. I don't know that there's not a right answer. That's just kind of how I've gotten to that point. What were you fishing at 80, Big Dog Patton? What setup were you using? Or what lures or whatever? Regal is better for foam fishing because better reel speed for small to medium-sized fish. I mean, probably, but I just like using the new Taiga C anniversary reel. I also have another setup that's almost identical to this, and I'm going to be switching back and forth, and I do have the Regal on that one. I remember Adriaticas. I'm telling you, back in the day, when we leveled a lot slower, Adriaticas were definitely one of the choices. Don't those upgrade too? Again, those are like getting into that reel, like, could you make a budget reel out of that for Corey? I don't know. I feel better about Saber 60s, to be honest, or Pulsars, but totally different path. Yeah, no, there's lots of ways to do it. Yo, I saw that. Thank you so much for sending me that, and I will probably do copper next, and I may just try exactly what you sent me. It looked great. It's probably, I don't know. I haven't looked at copper stuff yet, but what you sent me as I quickly looked at it looked very fascinating. Thank you for sending that. You should do Annie. Wait, what's Annie? Archie, maybe? But you love Yama so much. I'm glad you love Yama. It's so fascinating to me. Yama doesn't love me very much, And so I tend to not reciprocate. But a lot of people really love Llama, and I think that's cool. I'm 4 million away from the C. You want to try out the new C30 so bad? That's awesome. 4 million. How quickly does 4 million go by, like, if you're carp fishing? If you're fishing at copper, all these new rares and stuff. Have you mathed it out to see kind of what you're looking at? I'm just curious. All right, you were using the Lurker 100.107, which is a blue one, right? Fire, green stick, squid. That's interesting. So you were using that at 80. Fascinating. You're doing really well, huh? That's cool. I would use Norway trip money towards HSV. Oh, totally Mystic. That's what I would do too. Unless you wanted to lean into like trolling Corey and then Volkov. You could get those setups first, but I still think that might involve the HSV. I don't know. Because then you can use the HSV for carp fishing too. I think either way, like, I just still end up with the HSV. I don't know. Copper XP even without premium is crazy. That's awesome. I don't know where the black ruff are. That's a great question, though. I just got here, and I really haven't fished at Norway much since the challenges in copper came out. I thought we'd make a little bit of silver this morning before heading back to copper. Comma Comfort. Yeah, I like that rod a lot. And Sputnik Element. Yeah, it's a good reel. That is a nice setup for Bream. Absolutely. Is that only 300 silver? Listen, I'm not opposed at all, Gizmo. I'm not opposed at those, like, those kind of purchases where you're, I mean, you're not going to ever, ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, you're not going to ever be sad that you have that gear or that you, like, treated yourself to a 300 silver set that more comfortably catches Bream, and maybe you can stretch it into a few other situations that the basic kits don't work in. I think it's fine. It's just hard if you, like, I think if you come into the game at this point in time when there's so many maps, so much information, so many options, unless you can really, like, block out all that noise. Like, for me, if I was starting right now, and I think I was, like, watching people play and learning about the game, I would be so fascinated with carp fishing. I would just be like, oh, I just want to try it. I want to get to it. I would use all 3 of my trips to copper and be like, yes, rare carp. This is awesome. How can I do more of this? And so, you know, I think that's what the balance is. Can you sort of block out that noise and just enjoy where you are in the game? Because that path probably leads to the best experience and satisfaction and probably long-term players. But I think it's really hard not to want to just be efficient, get those HSVs as quickly as possible, and open up the world of, you know, at least medium-sized fish, trolling, carp fishing, all that. Does anybody in chat have any ideas about the black ruff? All right, you're saying in rain. So I'll switch this setup to what you're saying possibly. Amber Small Pond is insane right now. Oh, that's awesome. I love it when the pond is going off. 1 million XP today. You want to catch some cool fish. You're bored of carps. And I can't go to carper. I only have 1 reel and 1 rod. So C is the way to farm too. All right, try Bond 7005. All right, I'm probably not going to switch my shrimp. I've already got specific shrimp on, but I'll throw in the Bond. Let me think about this. I want to kind of, I guess I will do this. I think I'm already using my red stick. That's okay. We'll use, it's rainy. We'll use blue. And we'll use strips, but not Mac. Let's use safe strips. I'll try it. So this was going to be my small fish setup. I mean, it is my small fish setup right now. But I was going to use the lurker still. But I am interested in what you're saying. We'll try this. I'm going to still let it drop, though. I think probably some people would stop this at 20 meters. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a little bit of both. But look how many fish we're going to catch on the drop. That's how I felt when I was watching you doing Amber and I was struggling with Bream. I hear you, Gizmo. You did the run. Wait, what run, Edgar Fire? Sorry, I might have missed something. Comma Comfort. Upgraded Lacerti reel. Oh, there you go. Wait, so is the Comma Comfort not what comes in the... Does the Comma Comfort come in the basic setup, or is that in the pro set? That's a good point, Mystic. You could just upgrade the Lacerti, and I think it's only like 15 silver to upgrade the Lacerti, and then you've pretty much got something that's rated perfectly for Bream. Sea Trout says water. What do you mean, Sea Trout? 170-215 for Black Ruff. Nice, Fabric. Thank you. Yes, I have both houses. I'm actually, in my mind, been working on how I want to move, because I've been putting all the fish in the Norway house, but I'm about ready to start spreading them out a little bit. I'm thinking saltwater and predator fish in Norway, and then carp type fish at Corey. I know this doesn't make sense. And then the least of those at the regular house. 2/0 hooks. Oh, really? You would do 2? You would do 2/0 hooks. Okay, I'll try it. Why 2? Why not go with the largest ones you can catch with 3/0? Or do you not think it works that way? Amber Townside Pier can be good with 16 clip. Pulsar into HSV into Venga. This is the run, Edgar. Corey gave me Pulsars. Volkov gave me HSVs. This is part of the starter kit for 149. I thought so. And 17 to upgrade, that's it? Yeah, that's a good point. I really think that's hard to beat. It's like 15, 17 silver, something like that. Yeah, we can take a look at them. Maybe we'll do that today. Why would giant hooks for baby fish? I don't know, because you're catching the biggest of the baby fish. Yama at night? Yeah, I hear you. What's up, Addy? Why giant hooks for baby fish? That's what he wants to know. Because we like the big baby fish. Do we know for sure that it works that way? No. Is it possible that having the most appropriate size hook that you can for the fish that you're going after is actually the way to go? Yes, it's possible. Just telling you what we do. All right. Two aughts at sea. I've never seen that before. I have used 2 aughts at sea before. I'm not sure that I'm right that 3 aughts are better. Now 3 aughts are the meta, at least I think for most of us. I don't know that it's the meta everywhere in the world, but around these parts, I think 3 aughts the meta for what it's worth. But I have definitely used 2 aughts before and done great. You know, as soon as we put 2 aughts on, we might pull out the blue trophy. Who knows? It doesn't make sense, but in the game it does. Yeah. Where did that fish go? It was on and then it wasn't. Two odd equals trophy poor beagle. Yeah, good point. Watch the regal scream. Can't wait. You've hooked so many beagle. Yeah, I'm hoping we will on our main setup, on our other setup, hook some screamers. So once it's like nighttime, I'm going to switch back to the other one so we won't have shrimp on at night. But this is killer. I mean, this is a path to mucho silver for sure. Just this bite rate, the value of the sorry and stuff, it's great. True confession time, guys. Last night, I was like, okay, I'm going to straight up make a guide to all of the free-to-play challenges. I knew I'd probably have to split it up over one or, maybe 2 to 3 videos. I was just going to go line by line and give recommended spots, baits, things that I learned while I was doing all the challenges, notes I had taken. Which is why I have these like random fish in my net still from last night. I'm filming, right? I'm recording. I got to catch a chub weighing 1 kilo on Balaya. And then I looked, and I was about to set up for that one. And then I looked, and it was like, go back to Mosquito for 7 different fish on Pearl Barley. And it all just started coming back to me, and I felt so tired. And I like hit end record and went to bed. That was it. That's the story. If you want a tango, monster shad yellow? Really? So if I'm going to do that project, it would have to be like earlier in the day. I got so tired, so overwhelmed as I started thinking about going through it all again. And I wasn't going to it was going to be a quick run through. I wasn't going to stay at each spot till I actually caught the fish again. You know what I mean? Monster shad yellow. What's the monster shad? The 9004? I could throw that on there. Reznov, it is good. Fishing's good. Just, we're just catching all the sorry we can. Ooh, nice herring. I mean, it's not a marker, but, I like herring. Wait, the free happy hours ended? Is that right? Has the sale on gold and premium ended too then? Were those two things tied together? 55 is usually good for them. What, for Poor Beagle? Crazy Braided, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Yep, it's over. Herring is big money. Yeah, herring's crazy. TK, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that, TK. Salty plastic lures. Yeah, the new salty ones are good. I think they work really well at times. You always make bank with those? Alright, it's almost time to switch over, but I've got to go pee really quick and turn my fan off because my legs are freezing. Just want to get as many sorry as we can before overnight sets in. M25 600 number 3 all the way to the west side of the 80. Huh. You're the second person who said 80 is going off right now. So I sent in a support ticket to RF4 asking just like about my connection issues I've been having lately. Have y'all ever done that before, where you get your diagnostics and then attach that to your email? It's actually pretty cool. If you ever have technical issues with the game, wait, hold on, that's not correct. Let me get the right link here. There's actually a place in the forums that teach you how to report it. So of course this is for standalone issues. I don't know what it would be on Steam. That might be a little bit of a different beast, but I'm sure that's on the forum too. But this is for if you're having technical difficulties. Oh, we're still catching nice fish over here, by the way. If you're having technical difficulties, this is what the thing that you follow in the forums. It teaches you how to grab your what am I trying to say? Grab your diagnostic file that it runs and let them take a look at it. I've just been having it just like in the last, I don't know, there's not been, like the connection issues have been good in terms of like, compared to what we were going through there for a while pre-copper. Like globally, as far as I know, like most people haven't been having issues, but mine has been rampant lately with those just slow connection and all that. It's probably something on my end, but I just thought I would let them look at that and see if they saw anything. All right. Loading the store. I can't see the records, weekly records, that kind of stuff. It just spins and spins forever. Logging in takes, I don't know, 10 times as long as it used to. I can't change chat server. If I load chat servers, it often kicks me from the game, that kind of stuff. Clear out my inventory. You really think that would help? With all of those things, I'll try it. When you say clear out inventory, do you mean you have to like throw stuff away? Oh no, it's even worse on the alt account. It's even worse on the brand new account. That's when I actually experienced getting kicked for trying to load up chat for the first time, was on the brand new account. But where are people putting their inventory? Like, does it work if you put it into your like house storage or wherever storage is these days? Or do you have to delete stuff? Yeah, we literally can't check weekly records on the leveling account or switch what chat we're in. And that account has like 5 things in the inventory. It should be per account. Yeah, I would think so. Now I have a fresh install of the game because when my my hard drive blue screened, it I had to reinstall. I mean I had to start over with Windows and everything. So it's a fresh install. I mean, I could try reinstalling the game, but I mean that just happened a week ago. Yeah, I'll try that. I mean, it could be multiple problems, right? Like it might not just be one thing. So I can still try the inventory trick. It's amazing. Like it's not even. It's almost midnight or it's 11:30, but we're still catching small stuff. I thought it would have really like slowed down significantly by now. Is it the rain? I'm just fishing Bream, trying to keep up with my kid. Crazy braided. That's awesome. Hope the Bream fishing's going well. I might actually fish for Bream in the next episode of the leveling series, if there's a good spot at Oldberg. All right, let's switch to the main account. The main setup we're going to be using, especially at night. So instead of the maggot, we will switch to the giant shad, monster shad, if we can. But it needs to be on a 6.0 hook. Boy, that is a little silly, a little crazy. We're a little brave here going for a 6.0 hook on this little setup. What are we getting into? This might be our like quick trip to copper. All right. Zebra Dad, nice. Monster shad's a bit big for 34. Oh, is this not what you meant? I'll be right back. Yo, that would be great. Thank you. Yes, this is the setup I'm using now. This is not the setup we've been catching all of the tiny fish on, though. This is more of the like standard setup for 34, except we threw on a monster shad just for fabric. It'll probably let it hit the bottom a little faster. I have a question in chat. Can you help me with it? It's about using the same lures on lime, medium. Maybe they don't work. Wait, in Twitch chat? Who are you in? Are you the same name in Twitch? Did Did I miss your... Did you have a question in... Oh, are you talking about in-game chat or what? Yo, what's up, Renzi? All right, hold on. Let me see what we're doing here. It's in-game? Gotcha. It's hard for me to keep up with both chats, to be honest. I normally just focus on Twitch chat, but every once in a while, if I see something in regular chat, I'll see it. You saw him talking? Okay. We'll see if I can decipher between in the game chat and then the messages that you're sending me. Oh, crap, I forgot to turn off my fan. All right, first fish is a cusk. It is nighttime, though, isn't it? All right, let's see. If I scroll up, light in the darkness. They won't hit my medium or heavy, but they hit it with light. Let's see what we're saying here. Hey, guys, I have a question. When using light instead of medium heavy, I notice the same lure works better. I noticed the same lure works better using light for certain fish. If I use it on a medium or heavy, are we talking about rods, I guess? They won't hit my medium or heavy with it, but my light, are all the leaders the same? Yeah, that's a great question. It's about using the same lures on light, but medium or heavy, they don't work. Like the same fish will only hit my lure on light. If I go to medium, they won't hit the lure. For example, Volgazander. So I would typically think the leader size material is more important than the light, medium, heavy rating of rod. But I could be wrong. That could also have an impact as well. I'm not sure. Thank you for the food. I always appreciate your good cooking. All right, so that's the setup razor. You would agree, Razor. Blunty says, I don't think rating of the rod matters at all. Yeah, that's what I would have thought. But, you know, if you're sitting there getting those results, I mean, the first thing to do is make sure that the line and the leader, everything is identical. But if you're still getting those results, then there's something going on. Does this just feel like a slightly awkward size cusk, maybe? Monster shad strikes again. Oh, is that right, Fabrique? You have the same issues? Ooh, nice. I love catching turbot. They are just like worthwhile fish. They are some good good XP and stuff if it's the right size. Let's see what that was on. Let's see if that turbot found the giant shad. Nope, Maggot 4007. Sorry for burping in your ear. I mean, that was a little rude. Yeah, power. Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about. Yeah, it's also a good question. I'm not sure, Gizmo. Asmir burp. Should I say Asmir or should I say ASMR? I don't really like live in those worlds, so I'm not exactly sure if I'm supposed to try to pronounce it or just say the letters. Just ASMR, okay. Hey! We got a Monday weekly turbot. This is the week. This is the week. Everybody's focused on their challenges. We're going to catch turbots. Acoustic stimulation, something, something, if I had to guess. Yo, thanks, Fabry. I wonder what they are. I'm happy to report that early impression is, as much as I love this Taiga C Anniversary Edition, and I do, it's so cool. Still think I like the Regal slightly better. Yo, what's up, Seismic? No, I have not. We're going to go catch our trophy crucian at Copper, I'm sure, in a few minutes. Ooh. Some Dinks mirrors. Safe bait. We got a little safe bait going here. I think I will just do this one since that's what we're using right now. Nice Dinks mirror, nice Dinks linear. That was back to back at 50-38. Nice. By the way, have you noticed anything quality of the stream today? Are we doing better on the... I don't know, yesterday there was like some screen tearing or first person something issues. A little ghosty. Yeah, it's probably my shirt choice, right? Good. Glad to hear it. I just upped the bit rate again, back up to 6,000 instead of 4,000. So if anything changes in the next few minutes, let me know. It should create an even higher quality stream, but if there's any like connection slowdowns, trying to do that high of a bit rate can be problematic. All the bits. I have been doing 6,000. I haven't gotten brave enough to go to 8 yet, but yesterday I tuned it back down to 4,000 when the issues were happening. Yo, Razor! I haven't had an F1 trophy in so long. Hashtag missing copper. It's waiting. Yeah, I hear you, Stitch. Normal temps. Oh, no wonder y'all are catching all these fish. No problem, no problem. Wait, Fabrique, are you a believer in the port thing? Do you pick a port and relog till you get it? Huh. You're not the first person that has talked to me about ports recently. I just don't know. I just sort of want to I want to just like put my head in the sand and pretend it doesn't exist. If it does exist. I'm not saying it does. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but either way, I just want to have my head in the sand about it. Well, I guess every time you connect to the game, you're like automatically placed in like one of the ports, right? I mean, that's like the connection. I don't know. I'm not a tech person, but some people seem to experience different results based on which port they're in, and I just don't know. I don't know about it. Plus 10 angler. I mean, I know there are some people who literally keep a spreadsheet open and document what they catch, when they catch it, all the circumstances, and one of the things they track is the current port they're in. Hey, dab it. I agree. What's up, Zigga? I don't know. I don't. It's not in game. You have to look in your system, on your system menu. Yes, that's right, Mystic. I have seen that as well. I think we're doing pretty well. We're doing the thing, catching the fish, making some silver, and then we're gonna head to copper. Not too much longer now. What are we at right now? We are at 43 minutes. We'll do a few more tiny fish before we call it. Once it's a little later in the morning. I'm trying to decide what I want to eat. Is anybody eating anything good? I can just tell like I'm hungry. I did have cereal this morning after my jog, and I've had a cup of coffee. Loaded nachos, holy cow. One thing I was thinking about, and this is a little weird, because it would take a little bit more time to prepare than what I usually would do while streaming, but no, you can't go wrong with that. I don't have all of the resources to have a good plate of loaded nachos currently. I've thought about, so we got this little, like, small thing of lobster bisque type soup. I thought about making a little bit of rice and then putting that on top of the rice. I think I've got a little bag of rice that I can actually just like fix in the microwave. So it might not be as complicated as it sounds. I just don't know. You live in Seattle, have some fried halibut. There you go. Apples with peanut butter also sounds good. I love peanut butter. I would probably just throw the peanut butter on some bread and call it a sandwich, but apples with peanut butter would be good too. Well, I don't have lobster. I'm pretty sure that it would actually be more accurate to call this lobster flavored bisque and not lobster bisque, if you get my meaning. This is just a little container from the grocery store that says lobster bisque on it. I have very little trust, though, that it's actually lobster in that bisque. So we'll see. It may be good, it may not be good. I'll just eat baked beans for lunch. That sounds good. Actually, eggs does sound good. Eggs is always good, especially with rice. Yes, that's a good call there. Yeah, sorry, Addie. I think my problem is I'm just hungry. I'm gonna have to figure this out sooner rather than later. This is a good thing to figure out while we're carp fishing, though, not while we're sea fishing. Scaring away chat. Everybody's about to go eat. Yeah, for sure. We'll all take a food break. Hey, it's a spiny. That's what I was hoping for with this setup, especially in the morning like this. We were hoping to catch a couple spinies. By the way, just make sure you really do mean ground bait. That you don't want dry mix, you don't want PVA, you really are asking for ground bait. Just make sure that's actually what you're asking for. Sometimes it's easy to confuse the categories. Do. I got the salmon on the balsa. You talking about for the challenge? I ended up catching the salmon on the Wobbler Balsa Minnow 110F003. Yeah. It's so funny because that deep runner caught, oh, I don't know, 90% of the Atlantic salmons that I caught. but the one that was big enough for the challenge came in on the balsa. I don't know. It's weird. 2/0 hooks. For sure, Renzi. I'm happy to. You got it on the deep runner? Nice, Smokey. So is that deep runner still doing work? Honestly, that was some of the most fun fishing for all of the challenges. I just felt like we were making so much silver. It was just the right bite rate. Those are some good memories from 2 days ago and 3 days ago. All right, let's see what we've got. Did you clarify ground bait, right? I need you to clarify for me that that's what you're asking for, ground bait, and not dry mix, and not PVA, and then I'll make it for you. You got it on the deep runner of the same color. And you got the salmon on the Snatcher 3. Nice. Ground bait for feeder cage. Come on. Come on. Wet ground bait. Wait, what does wet ground bait mean? Hello, guys? Help me with this translation. Does that still mean regular ground bait? Like that you would put in a normal ground bait? Okay, thank you. So not dry mix. Okay, gotcha. So we're saying wet because it's not dry? Cool. Gotcha. All right. All right, let me catch one more fish on this, and then we're going to switch to the small fish for a few minutes before we head over to copper. But I'll make the ground bait as soon as I get this next fish in. Once you throw it in the water, it'll be wet. Perch colored one. It is wet though. You mix it with water in real life. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, see, I'm not. There's so much that we do in this game that I've never done in real life. Is water wet? If it's above a certain temperature, I suppose. If it's not above a certain temperature, we actually don't really call it water anymore, do we? Wait, so wet PVA is like an oxymoron? It's a small shrimp? I mean, until you throw it in the water. And then it's just like a Monday. Okie! Greetings to you. Because that would actually dissolve the water before it dissolve the PVA before it hits the water. Yeah, we're hitting these large saithe right now, and I love it. But I think they're on the lurker, not the giant shad. This lurker's doing some work. This lurker is doing some real work. All right, let's do this race ox. Let's do this ground bait. We're using corn flour, and we're using corn, and we're using black caviar 8, 5, and 12, and we're using black caviar attractant. And we're doing 3 stacks of it, folks. And we're going to call this, I don't know. We're going to call it wet caviar. That's what we're going to call it. Corn flour. And then we have corn. And then we have caviar. 8, 5, and 12. Caviar. 8, 5, and 12. And then we've got caviar. Uno. Give me 2 minutes. I will post spot on Discord for Amber. Cool. Hey, you got a 10 out of 10 there, buddy. That could be a drink if it isn't already. So true. So true. All right, let's find that wet caviar for you. Wet caviar. 10 out of 10. Do it again. I'm going to only send you 59 because I want to keep 1. Just kidding. I won't keep your 10 out of 10 wet caviar. I hope you catch some amazing fish with that stuff. And think of me always. Not always. It's actually a little weird. Just think of me occasionally. Thanks for posting the spot on Discord. Tax, yeah. I've got your 1 piece of wet ground bait tax over here. 784 kilos of fish in 2 hours. Is that what we're saying, Oki? It's a lot of kilos. However, I got my heart set on copper right now, I think. See what you're looking at. Oh, you did a comp? I was like, why are you counting kilos over there? Oh, caviar red. Corn. I count carbs. You count kilos. I don't actually count carbs. Your last record was 270 in 1 hour. It's a lot of, that's a lot of carps. Wait, did you even say where you were fishing at? Oh yeah, you did, sorry. 132, clip 10. Oh my gosh, it's those 10 clips that you can just like crush it. It takes so little time to reel them in. You had more than 100 after an hour? Like you had to run back and sell fish before you could do the second hour? That's pretty insane. Oh yeah, send it. Is that right, Stitch? I lost probably about 200 to 300 silver on that, but won 700 from the comp. Wait. Oh, you deleted. Oh my gosh. You wanted to win the comp, so to save time, you just deleted marker fish? Sad face? June 5th is its release? That's like in 2 days. small commons. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I was thinking about doing? What I would like to do is I would like to do a just a fun video trying to point out, now that all 3 top tier fishing games, which, you know, I let my bias be known, I'm an RF4 guy, but RF4, Fish Your Own Line, Fishing Planet are all going to have ocean maps that have all come out within the last, year and a half. I was wanting to do like a fun video just trying to point out like one cool thing about each game's version of the ocean fishing experience. However, to do that video, I actually have to try Fish Your Own Line's ocean experience because I haven't tried it yet. I think I can anytime I want because I just have to trade in tokens for a travel token to the ocean map, even though I'm not high enough level. And then I have to figure out what affordable gear can I purchase to actually experience. No, Fish Your Own Line has one ocean map as far as I know, Greenland. And then I also would have to probably purchase some sort of whatever pack in Fishing Planet to experience the ocean map. So we'll see. I don't know. Like those 2 things, I mean, will I actually play Fishing Planet's ocean map? Will I actually try out Fish Your Own Line's Greenland map? I don't know. But I think that would be a fun video to make. Not like trying to say who's better necessarily, just trying to find one really cool thing about each experience. Well, yes, I guess you're actually right. They've got more than one map in Fish Your Own Line that is saltwater. But my understanding is that the Greenland map, you're actually out in deep waters, away from shore and stuff, kind of like you are in the Norwegian map in RF4. I don't know. I haven't played it yet, so I don't know. But that's my understanding. You've got Norway and Greenland in Fish Your Own Line? Hold on, have I seen Norway? Maybe I've not seen either one of those. I thought there was just one big ocean map there, but I could be wrong. Yeah, there's definitely more than one map that's saltwater. But I think in terms of like introducing perking and like ocean gear, I think there was just one map that was sort of relevant for. Could be wrong though. Oh my goodness, guys. If y'all haven't seen it yet, in the episode that I covered Winding Rivulet on the leveling series, I stumbled upon this day spot that was so fun. I really should have like done a whole video just fishing that, seeing how good we could have done, but I don't know how long I want to stay at Winding Rivulet right now, but it was good. It's good stuff. 5 levels for you to get to Greenland? Oh, wow. How important is VIP? I don't think it's that. I mean, it's quality of life in that game, right? Because you get some travel bonuses. You can also see quests on different maps, no matter what map you're on. So that's kind of nice. Mostly it's just leveling faster, right? I mean, I would say if you're trying to level up to Greenland, I mean, it does get very grindy in that game at higher levels, kind of like RF4, but at lower levels, that game feels less grindy to me. So I don't know. I haven't played Fisher Online in so long, at least not much. I don't know if you remember the update where he changed like hooks, the hook update. I haven't really played since then much. Renzi, you need, for me to find lures, you need a sandpaper, a paint, a steel wire, and a balsa block per lure. Yeah, but you can travel to it for free, right? I mean, not free. You just have to get those tokens. I guess it gives you 2 hours or something like that. Isn't that how it normally works? Now, I don't know in the current economy and all that, how much effort do you have to put in to get the tokens to qualify for 2 hours? Like, is that pretty easy? I don't know. How many daily quests do you have to do to travel? Well, you can craft. Can't you craft different types of tokens into the tokens you need? I don't know. Balsa blocks at Winding Rivulet at that far back sawmill on the other side of town. Yo, Desperados, how's it going? How are you doing? How are you feeling? But again, man, I've been away from that game for so long, like, I don't remember how much effort that involves. It might not be a good, efficient way to play the game to spend tokens on the trip. I would probably do it at least once or twice just for content so I can experience it if I decide to do that. But you're going to try to get Ladoga salmon? Nice. At least you'll be making a lot of silver, having a lot of fun, catching some cool fish. What's up, Gray Fox? It's hard to release that trophy. Oh yeah, like I don't even know. Again, I'm just not in that world enough. Like, how easy is it to catch trophies right now in that game? Yeah, for sure, man. I totally agree with you, but it's frustrating that I don't know how many hundreds of hours do I have in that game, and I'm so far away from being able to go there. Listen to me complaining about the grind as we sit here playing RF4. What is the best, what's the best, gosh, I'm trying to think of what level I am. I think I can naturally go to like Scotland, the Scotland map. What level would that make me? Stitch, do you know off the top of your head? It's easy to catch trophies? Is that what you were saying? Atman says, I caught some pretty fast. Oh, cool. You're going to try with bait fish, Desperados? Wait, for the Ladoga you're going to try with bait fish? I never did try that myself. I heard people talking about it, but... Oops. Yo, no problem. No problem, Race. Hope that works out for you. All right, Renzi. Let's get her done. Let's get you a balsa. Scotland's like 35. Okay. So what would you say, Stitch, for someone who's level 35 in Fisher Online right now, what would you say is a sort of chill way to like progress towards higher levels? Like, what type of fishing is it? What map is it? Like, what's a reasonable, fairly straightforward way to do that? Which DLC map? I have all the DLC maps, I think. Okay, so I'm making a 110, right, Rins? Right, Rins? The 110F, this one right here, the 03. This is what we want? Okay, got it. Siberia? What am I fishing for at Siberia to level quickly? By the way. Yo, 9 out of 10, Rins. 9 out of 10, do it again. All right, one more fish and then we're out. We're out like gout. Cafe orders of Siberia. Yo, what if they were called cafe orders? That would be funny. So just do the quests. Just do daily quests at Siberia. Or you can go fish for sturge. Did I say one more fish? That's not exactly what I meant. I just meant like a couple more fish. Hold on, let me think about, in that game, how do you fish for sturge? Do I have the equipment for sturge? Where do you fish for sturge? I can't remember off the top of my head. Last cast, Oki. This is the last cast. Copper is calling our name. 3.5K, that's awesome, Renzi. I used to have a couple store-bought gear, and then I reset my account, and the store-bought gear doesn't carry over. That's a little sketch, but it's the way it works. I knew that was a possibility going into it. What are you gonna do? So I don't have store-bought gear anymore. Yeah, it was a known thing. I don't necessarily love the fact that that's the policy. I think if you are allowed to reset your account, then things you bought with real money should reset. But yeah, I knew it when I did it, so no room for complaints, right? Burning it. Just got the lighter out, the $100 bills, throw them up in the air, and then we just try to like catch them on the way down with the lighter. It's a blast. You should try it. Don't try it. Oh, wait, to Renzi, Eddie? Eddie. Nice, sorry. Eddie, Eddie, Eddie. Eddie is making you some lures. Some lures, Renzi. But I'm like the middleman somehow. They come through me. They've got to touch my inventory before they touch yours. My dog Creets, how's it going? You caught a 40-kilo Baltic? Oh, that size would be brutal. Although it would have been worth a lot of silver too, though, right? You just got vaccinated. Nice. Yeah, this is a mega perk. We are perking in a mega sort of way right now, Oki. Ooh. Called on a 27-kilo leader. Did you feel like it did a lot of damage to your stuff? You got a trophy rough today. Nice. The Dogas are worth it. Way smaller and more money. You think it did some damage to your Vinga? Yeah, that's the downside of it. I mean, I do think they're like decent silver, but their decent silver is offset by... Alright, cool. Man, that is a whole set. That's amazing. Night break? That's true. Although the Atlantic salmon on Archie were still biting at night. Yes, that's true, Renzi. Ooh, big Xander. Trophy perch. Love it. Oh no, Addy. Come on, be an interesting fish. You were looking at pickers yesterday? Random question. Are you able to follow fish at the sea? Are you able to follow them? Like troll, Edgar? You can troll. Some people troll a lot. It's a very slow bite rate in my experience. But if you hook into a really, really big fish, it's helpful. If you don't start out trolling, though, you can't start trolling because there's no... It is a cod. That's not as exciting as I was hoping, based on the size it's going to be. Oof. You were looking at pickers and you decided to go for a royal. Nice. I mean, something like what you're doing, but you hook a big one and the line goes. If the line goes, then you're at the mercy of how much line you have on. Yes, this does happen sometimes, but you can't chase them in the boat at that point unless you were already trolling. Because there's no rod holders on the boat. You know what I mean? So you can't put your rod down to go turn the trolling motor on. Yeah, there's nothing like getting spooled on a 600-meter line. That's true. That is true. Be right back. Yo, Hunter Guru, thanks for the follow. Lots of people are sleeping on royal feeders for copper. Only downside, no XP bonuses and some game challenges. I can show you my spot for what it's worth. All right, so we're doing the sorry order. There's still 2 days, 10 hours left. 116 silver. We're going to not be able to do the sardine order. I think that's the only order we can do, actually. Yeah, I am going to have to go get lunch fairly soonish. Really quick. We did make 874 silver in just over an hour. Just over an hour, 874, small fish, not bad. Not bad. I don't have room to complain. All right, let's send these lures to Renzi really quick. All right, we've got the 005, the 004, the 004. Oops, the 003. The 002, 001, 006. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 110s. All right. All right, so we've got the 05. We've got the 04. We've got the 04. We've got the 03. 02. 01. 06. All right. I was the middleman. Friends. Thank Eddie. Okay. I was going to show you my spod rod. I don't know if this helps your decision. This is what I'm using right now. The only reason why I have the Lacerti on there is because I used it at copper, and you can't have higher than a 6,000 reel. I think before I was running it with the old Everest, which is an 8,000. It doesn't really matter, that part of it, but it's the Percy spod is the one I went with. I have the SPOM, the 10 portion, the 5 portion, and then I have the 10 portion spod. Send it. All the quests on each map that you have access to. Is that right? You think the quests are that solid that it would just be worth doing that? No, the one that tells you the details is the marker rod. That's the marker rod. Okay. Let's go to Kappa. Let's be cozy. Get our royal pickers out. You know, it might be worth just getting everything we need here in case there's anything we need. Get it all set up because it's a little cheaper here compared to copper. I'm going to try PVA strings. Oh, that's cool. The spod is what you use for rocket feeding. That's correct. Yeah, no worries, Edgar. It's a lot to learn. Arian, greetings. Welcome back. Hey. Hey, we're at 75 viewers. This is my favorite number to be at. I know a guy on YouTube has made a great video on marker rod use. Is it you, Mystic? I bet it's you, Mystic. Feel free to whisper me the link and I'll link it in chat. Let's see here. I need to look at, oh, it was me? Oh, come on now. Come on now. You're going to miss the free happy hour? Yeah, for sure. We need to get you to 500 plus. Whoa, what just happened? We were sitting comfortably at 75 and then it just ballooned up to 90. 90 is not my favorite number. 75 is my favorite number. I'm going to have to ask 15 of you to leave, please. All right. Let me look at this. Let me look at this message for the setup. The setup. All right. So just so that I remember, we're going to be chilling at 5038 first. So we're going, all right, copper rares. We're going to be hitting 5038. I think that's a 10 meter clip. And then we're going to roll to 6758. Don't remember where that is currently on top of my head, but we'll figure it out. I don't know what that clip is either. but maybe we'll figure it out. And we're going to be using, okay, this is where he sent me a message in game so I don't have to translate. We're going to be using on all 4 rods. This is basically very similar to what we did yesterday. Almost identical, but I'm all good. I mean, it was good yesterday. I'm sure it'll be good today. Cream and, oh, big PVA. Wow. I wonder if this puts our per cast cost up to 2 silver. It might. It might. All right, let's look at the, well, let's get these set up first. Classic hair, WG. We're going boilie pellet. And what was it? Sweet cream, 14. And caramel, 14. And cream. All right. We're going classic hair. Oh yeah, caramel, Pomar caramel. We got to use our Pomars up. So we're gonna do one of them with Pomar caramel. Okay, just one of them. You know, it might not make the price range go up on per cast if the PVA doesn't have a bunch of crushed boilies in it. That's what got us yesterday up to 1.5 silver per cast. Yeah, thank you, Edgar Fire. And Atman, peace out. All right, let's look at this recipe really quick. The recipe is corn flour, sweet cream. Oh yeah, this is way cheaper. Only 1 crushed boilie. So it's probably about the same. I'm gonna guess it's about the same since we're using the bigger bag. We're probably back at, 1.5 silver per, if I had to guess. All right, let's see how much we have of the main baits. Okay, so we need more of those pellets and more cream dip. So we need sweet cream pellets and cream dip. Oh, that's interesting. Wait, you only use 2 PVA per hour? Ooh, I love it, Renzi. That's a great idea. Fish with vintage rewards from challenges. That's such a good idea. That just would be fun. I like fun ideas. Fun ideas. 1 10 times spot and 2 20-gram PVAs. You can save some silver by crushing smaller boilies. Yes, that's true. Only the flavor matters. All right, so we need the what? Sweet cream pellets. Size 14. Uh-oh. It's supposed to be sweet cream, not sweet caramel. I had the wrong pellet on that one. I wonder if I have the wrong pellet on all of them. I do. Not on all of them. All right, then the other thing we needed was just the cream dip. We're amazingly getting low on that. And then besides that, like, I think we're good. Let's just check ground bait ingredients. Sweet cream 368. 3, 6, 8. And then cream attractant. Okay. So we are crushing caramel tins. I really don't have any caramel 20s. That's crazy. And we're going to do it twice. Because we're going to make some spod, apparently. Alright, so now we're going to make dry mix. And this is sweet caramel copper. Sweet cream. Sweet cream 3, 6, 8. And caramel. Honestly, I mean, we'll try this. I would rather use smaller bags and just keep the PVA on, at least 2 of the rods or something, but we'll try this just to see how it goes. Maybe you'll convert me. Okay, and then we just turn 1 into a PVA. We're going to turn it this time into a 20-gram PVA. I think